SuperTalk Mississippi Media production.
At Community Bank, we're here for every part of your financial journey. From personal banking to growing your business or buying a home, our expert guidance makes it simple. We're more than a bank. We're your partner for life's biggest moments. Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Steve Azar, and I'm on the other side of the microphone, meaning I'm asking the questions this time, and oh, have mercy for the airwaves. I spent 20 years in Music City, wrote and made some hits, traveled the world, and then moved my family back to the birthplace of American music and where the magnolia trees prosper. And now every time I put my feet on Mississippi soil, when I'm off the road, well, I'm at peace. On this show, it's all about hearing the stories straight from the mouths of the friends I've made along the way, their journey to success. Heck, there might be someone on, I don't even know, but you know how us Mississippi types are. We tend to take well to new company. In a Mississippi Minute, all 60 of them. I'm Steve Azar. It's just like that muddy river, moving slow. Ain't no worries, it's how life goes, baby. In a Mississippi Minute.
Hey folks, Steve Azar here in a Mississippi Minute. Grateful for you tuning in as always. Hope you guys are getting ready for the weekend. And if this is a Sunday edition, I hope your weekend has been glorious. And as Sunday is even more glorious, and all of our football teams won. You know what I mean? It's a big deal. It's football season. Come on. All right, today, you heard my guest today laughing in the background. Visit Mississippi.org knows this guest very well because he's all things tourism here down in the Delta. He's been on my show more than anyone, but it's been a long time since he's been on, and I thought we needed to break the ice. A lot of folks always go, when is he going to be back on? When is he going to be back on? We love hearing him. And I said, I know. We've been doing some other things down here in the Delta, but here he comes. Visit Mississippi.org celebrates everything we do when it comes to bringing folks into Mississippi and celebrating who we are. And today's guest is one of the many limbs bearing fruit off of that glorious tree. All right. He is one of Mississippi's newly ordained by me and others as a really premier storyteller. Rich history and culture. He knows it. He understands it. He grew up in Greenwood, Mississippi. He understands Mississippi, period. Besides being the tourism guy down here, he serves on or has served on multiple boards. I don't even know how he has time to breathe. Mississippi Tourism Association Executive Board and President. Mississippi Delta Tourism Board, served 3 times president. Mississippi Blues Foundation board member. E. Bass Foundation Executive Board. Greenville Arts Council Executive Board, Bridging the Blues, which was his fantastic project I wish we'd have back that really connected the dots and brought in people from all over the world. We'll get to that maybe another time. Former producer of the International Blues Challenge and the Blues Awards. And that's a lot of work producing anything like that. It's been a while. Welcome in my pal. Let me sing that. It's been a while. Welcome in my pal. Wesley Smith. And that was very small C, and that I should have been like in a Holiday Inn back in the 70s with that melody. What are you doing, Wesley?
Good morning. I'm, man, it is a beautiful day. The weather's finally turning, and it feels so good outside.
I'm not getting out there and walking. I'm just not getting out there and walking until it's 70 and breezy.
I got up at 4:30 this morning and went walking.
My goodness. Well, I get up. First thing I do, Wesley, is I get up and work out and pray. I probably should pray before I work out, but I feel real comfortable. Sometimes I do them together when I've got to be on the move, and I hope that's okay with the man upstairs. But no, I get that done, and then I go walk in there, grab Gwen's coffee, which is almost drank, and go heat it up in the microwave. And she says thank you while she's praying, and then she goes walking pretty much quickly after that. Sometimes I'll join her, but we are trying to stay in shape. But yeah, 4:30 is too early for me for anything. I was up at 4:30, but at the wrong side of 4:30, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
just get up. But
well, that's what happened to me. I just actually the cat woke me up.
Oh,
but I just decided, hey, if I'm up, don't sit there and be angry about not being able to go to sleep. Get up and do something.
Can I talk about people with cats real quick? I just want to say this because I know today is if we want to celebrate the great B.B. King's 100th birthday. I know the B.B. King Museum is doing that. I know I've seen a ton. Melissa Townsend's posting all this stuff with them. I know that this is an incredible celebration of one of the greatest artists, musicians historically in history that influenced the world. And he grew up right here. And I also know he loved to tour. He loved to take care of his folks. And I also they said he never said no. He never knew his schedule, but he never said no. He said, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. He was one of those guys that I've gotten to understand was that way. And I just appreciate that so much. But we're going to dig into him first. But I want to ask you in this segment about your mom and dad. And obviously, growing up in Greenwood, Mississippi, you mentioned something one day, and you said it in a different way that it kind of perked my ears and it really made me think. I don't think Wesley's ever really said it that way or brought it to my attention how influential your parents were for what you're doing today, especially in the arts and tourism and anything that has to do with celebrating our culture and history. Can you tell me about them and what it was like growing up there?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I grew up in Greenwood. Love the Mississippi. Somebody who truly grew up in the Mississippi Delta, if you ask where they're from, they generally won't tell you the name of their town. They'll tell you that second. They'll just say the Mississippi Delta. Yeah. And I'm kind of like that too. But yeah, of course your parents influence you in a number of ways. My mom actually worked in tourism over in Greenwood for a number of years and did a lot of event production. We used to have that huge balloon festival over there when I was growing up. Big name acts, big Robert Hardin had the Mississippi balloon that's pretty famous, used in a lot of ads and things, I think, for the state back in the day. So I got to work on a lot of events. Kind of that's where I started learning event production and music production and back of house and all that kind of thing. And then my dad, my family had a department store there. Then my dad went into politics. He was mayor of Greenwood for about 12 years, I think. But my dad had a great love of music. Sound familiar? Mm-hmm. And, oh, yeah. And a great love of history in general and Mississippi history in particular. So I kind of got that. That's what I got a lot of things from both of them, but that's probably what you're referring to is what I do and what I love. And a lot of that was inspired by them. You and I were talking about earlier, lost my mom this summer. She was 85 and lost my dad about 10 years ago. But man, we were blessed to have them as parents. And I love all these things they gave me that I still enjoy today, When you were at Ole Miss, did you think about where you are today as being your landing spot? Oh, I had no clue. I was one of those. But sometimes we go talk to, young people getting out of high school or college, and I always gravitate toward the ones that have no idea what they want to do, because that was me. I was one of those guys that had to work through, kind of, it wasn't a straight path. It was ambling back and forth and deciding what you really love to do, and then figuring out how to make money doing that. And of course, like anything, you got to grind, you either know you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer and you grind for that, or you don't know what you want to be and you grind to find it. And then once you discover it, you got to grind more to get to, wherever you want to be, whatever you want to do with it. So that's kind of look, I was a working musician in the 90s, but I knew I did not have the talent. Why did you feel that way? Did you know you didn't put the time in? Was it that? Well, I didn't. I think what I discovered, I was honest with myself and said, I do not have the talent to make it as a musician, to have the life I want to have. But that just pushed me toward the other side, which I also loved, which is production, which is, some people like to be at the party. Some people like to throw the party. I like to throw the party. I know you like to throw a party. Wait, makes sense. I'll pull you in on a bunch of them, right? We've thrown more very expensive Endeavor parties of Endeavor, parties of whatever, headaches than anyone, because of you, Wesley. Because of you. Yeah. Like, hey guys, what if we do this? Well, Wesley, I like that. Yeah. And you just don't let us leave. I've learned how to procrastinate with you now. It's an art and a science to it, because you can't tell no. You have to sort of tell you, that's a great idea. Yeah.
and you got to try to flip the subject a little bit. And when you do,
Yeah.
you feel like you've bought another year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't even know. You have no clue.
Well, a great example of that is I text you and Jason about once a year and say, when are we going to do Mighty Mississippi again? Bring that festival.
Yeah,
back.
I think that Jason and Jamie and the team over there that were working with us, and Jeffrey and the Kings,
I think they're ready.
and everybody. Oh my gosh, they unfortunately, I think Bart, those folks. Unfortunately, John Monfort, Joe Nash. I swear, I think they'd do it, but I'm not talking to them about it. Let's take a quick break. Wesley Smith is my guest today. We're gonna start digging into BB. I want to ask him one thing about Robert Johnson before we do that. I'm Steve Azar. You're on a Mississippi Minute. Visit Mississippi.org. Plan a road trip. Come down and see us in the Delta. We'll give you a big hug and take you to Daisy's place with us. We'll be right back.
All the warmth you bring to this cold heart with the slightest touch is enough to know. Baby, you're my sunshine. Everybody needs a little sunshine. Yeah, you're my sunshine. 'Cause like the dawn, you push it all away.
There's a ton of content from SuperTalk Mississippi on our new YouTube channel. Just search SuperTalk Mississippi on YouTube or go to supertalk.fm/YouTube. Be sure and subscribe for free to get the latest scoop on what's happening in Mississippi news, politics, sports, and the good things happening here in the state.
Patriotism is a...
Well, we had a plan to talk about some things, but we haven't gotten to it yet because Wesley and I are such close friends, and I did want to ask him some questions of curiosity that I was thinking about last night. When I woke up at 4:30 trying to get back to sleep, and Wesley was out walking. Walking the cat? You walk your cat?
I don't walk the cat, but I have one cat named Jock who follows me around the block.
I was joking. That's impressive. That is really impressive.
He's a dog.
Jock. What about Jock? Thinks he's a dog. I like that. Visit Mississippi.org. Just check out the website, plan your road trip, make your way around Mississippi in parts that maybe you haven't seen in a long time. I'm excited about Thanksgiving. You're going to see this incredible float that represents the birthplace of America's music that the Rochelle and the team over there at Visit Mississippi are doing. Go to visitmississippi.org. Be proud. Yeah.
Rose Bowl Parade. You said Thanksgiving. You're thinking of the other big parade, Macy's
Oh my
Thanksgiving
God.
Parade.
I've been saying this on all my shows. I'm in trouble. The Rose Bowl Parade. Why can't I get that? I kept thinking it was the big Thanksgiving deal.
We grew up with two big parades.
Wait. It's the Christmas parade and the
New Year's.
Man, I can't keep up.
Rose Bowl's on New Year's.
Is that out in California where my son lives? I'm trying to get him to
Pasadena.
leave. Okay, all right. Well, that's why I can't get it right. Rose. So
Rochelle's
it's
gonna
the
kill
Rose. So it's the Rose Bowl Parade. Rochelle.
Right.
I'm sorry, Rochelle. Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl.
The Parade of Roses, the one you get up and watch on New Year's Day.
I gotta fix that on my. I'm not gonna fix it. She's gonna forgive me. Nobody's paying attention. Really, that close. They're gonna see it when they see it. All right. Okay. Right. So Wesley, Robert Johnson. You grew up in the land of Robert Johnson. I mean, obviously he's iconic. His story is haunting. Curiosity killed the cat, not Jock, by the way, not your cat. But tell me about when it was when you sort of said, "Oh, Robert Johnson here, crazy." Like, when did it impact you? When did you know who he was?
Well, I probably knew who he was as a teen. I was just kind of into blues. But I'll tell you, and this will hit like a certain age group of folks that may be listening. But when I became really aware was when the movie came out, Crossroads, with Ralph Macchio. Remember, he was the young guitar slinger, came down. He was at Juilliard, I guess, in New York, but he was a great classical guitar player, but he was infatuated with Robert Johnson, and he was looking for that last song that he thought Robert Johnson had recorded that had never been released. Great movie. It was actually filmed right around here, all around the Delta.
I remember when they were filming it.
And that had that great final scene where he's cutting heads. He's kind of going like dueling with Steve Vai, who was an 80s rock god, you know.
I had a couple of those guitars.
What? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So that was it. And then I just got more and more into music. And then I think I got more kind of into the story when I realized how big a story it was, and how much it was an inspiration to other people and a mystery. And you read about all the British rockers coming, and Eric Clapton in particular was totally infatuated with the story, and the guys in Led Zeppelin. And once I realized kind of what it meant to the world, I was like, well, like a lot of things in the Delta and Mississippi in general, you learn about them because of whatever's going on in popular culture in your teen and 20s, those years. And then you realize it traces back to our state, and you're like, whoa, this happened where we live.
Yeah.
And then you discover there are people still living that knew these people and kind of knew the backstory, and it's just fascinating.
Wow. All right. Well, I've always wanted to ask you that. All right. So BB King, 100 years. I was so
100
grateful
years.
to get to know Walter King and him play on the Down at the Liquor Store record. And I was so grateful to get to know little Walter, not little Walter. What am I saying? Little Ray, little Ray.
Little Ray Neal.
I would have loved to have known little Walter, little Ray Neal, and Richard, and just everybody that was playing with him, and then have David Briggs down here from the Elvis days and Muscle Shoals days and
Yeah.
make that record with some of those guys. Walter would always call. He was late in his life, and he was so special. And he would say, well, Reggie Richards would say a lot, man, BB would have played on this record. And I said, man, that would have been the coolest thing ever. And he goes, I'm serious, Steve. He would have loved to play on this record. And that was awesome, but it said more about him than what the heck we were laying down. It was just BB. It sounded like he was a very generous guy. Tell me, let's start celebrating BB from the storytelling wisdom of Wesley Smith.
Well, I thought, it's the 100th year. And by the way, you kind of said it, but everybody, if you've been to the BB King Museum but you hadn't been for a while, this is the year to go again. They're having a lot of events commemorating what would have been his 100th birthday. And if you've never been, absolutely go and tell your friends from out of state. It is a fabulous museum, and it doesn't just tell BB's story. It kind of tells the story of America through the years. So you'll be moved and touched and laugh and cry, and you'll be a fan. Even if you're not a blues fan, you will be a BB fan if you go through there. I thought, Steve, we could start. BB was born in 1925, so this would have been his 100th birthday year. I thought we'd start talking about some other things that happened in 1925 to kind of give some context.
Okay, we got 3 minutes in this segment.
Let's roll through it. Just historical events. Benito Mussolini gave a speech at the Italian Chamber of Deputies, and that's when historians say his dictatorship in Italy began. Of course, that would lead. He was in cahoots with Hitler during World War II. That's what he started. F. Scott Fitzgerald published The Great Gatsby. Came out in 1925. Wow. Incredible novel, obviously, about the jazz age in the United States. Was a pretty good movie a few years ago, too. One of my wife's favorite books. Chancellor of the Exchequer, basically head of the Treasury Department in England, Winston Churchill, some years before he would become the prime minister going into World War II, announced Britain's return to the gold standard. Kind of a big deal.
Wow.
I'm a Winston fan, so I had to bring him up. Now, here's one. Here's a good one for you. I'd never thought about it being that same year. Downtown Memphis, Tom Lee Park, right there on the river.
Yeah.
You've been there a million times.
Yeah.
It's named after Tom Lee. I knew this story. I didn't know it happened that same year. 1925, African-American Tom Lee rescues 32 people from the sinking steamboat, the M.E. Norman, on the Mississippi River. The boat blew up. He rowed out into the river and rescued 32 people.
Wow.
It's a big statue of him in that park in downtown Memphis. If you've ever been to Memphis in May, when they used to have Music Fest down there, you've probably seen it.
Wow.
A big part of Memphis's history. And of course, Memphis is a big part of at least this part of Mississippi's history. They're so
sure. Well, it belongs to Mississippi. It just got the
that's right.
The last
so
name
connected
wrong.
culture.
The last name's wrong. That's all.
Steve, did you ever see the movie The Lost City of Z?
No.
It had Charlie Hunnam in it. That it was, I think Brad Pitt produced it. It was about an explorer named Percy Fawcett, a British explorer. If you think of all those other old movies when we were a kid of the English explorers, or like Indiana Jones going out, and this man Percy Fawcett was that in real life, and he famously disappeared in the Amazon explorer. He was looking for a lost city on the Amazon River, and he disappeared in 1925. Walter Chrysler created the Chrysler Corporation in 1925. You ever had a Chrysler automobile?
Man, yeah.
That's when that started. Bunch of stuff. Let me give you one more. I know we got to go to break. Adolf Hitler published Volume 1 of Mein Kampf, so he begins his terrible rise to power. But that was a historical moment, no doubt.
I hate leaving on that one. I feel dirty.
Let me give you a good one. Let's leave on
I feel
this
dirty
one.
right now. Go ahead. Yeah.
U.S. Congress grants permission to Guzan Borglum, I probably said that wrong, to begin constructing Mount Rushmore in South Dakota.
Now that's cool. I was just in South Dakota. Come on.
There you go. Oh, that's right.
Visit Mississippi.org. Rose Bowl Parade. I got it right. Wesley Smith, my guest today. Go to visit Mississippi.org. I'm Steve Azar. We'll be right back.
$20,000 available for first-time home buyers. Hey folks, Steve Azar here. Helping is the heart of our friends at Guarantee Bank. They offer programs like the Home Buyer Equity Leverage Partnership Grant that can assist qualified first-time home buyers with up to $20,000 towards down payment and provide home ownership counseling to empower you on your journey. These funds are first come, first served. Learn more about this program and to apply now, go to gbtonline.com. Guarantee Bank, member FDIC.
There's a ton of content from SuperTalk Mississippi on our new YouTube channel. Just search SuperTalk Mississippi on YouTube or go to supertalk.fm/YouTube. Be sure and subscribe for free to get the latest scoop on what's happening in Mississippi news, politics, sports, and the good things happening here in the state.
From the Seabrook.
In a Mississippi Minute with Steve Azar, right here on SuperTalk Mississippi.
Love talking to my pal Wesley Smith. Become one of my dearest friends over the years. And he is head of all things tourism down here and makes an incredible impact not only on the morale of our communities down here, but the economic impact. Visit Mississippi.org is the umbrella that Wesley puts his head under when it's raining or when it's not raining, just to get some shade. And I'm telling you, what a shade it is. Folks come from all over the world to visit our Mississippi. And I love hearing all the different accents and ask where they're from. And they say they've always been curious and couldn't wait to visit Mississippi. It's one of those places, so be proud of your Mississippi. Go to visit Mississippi.org. We're talking all things B.B. King right now, celebrating his birthday. Wesley's been digging into the year 1925 and all these things that were happening while B.B. was being conceived. Not conceived, sorry, was being born. Conceived 9 months before that, right? But it could have been in 25. Well, what's the month right now? September? What do you think?
He was born.
When was
he was born on September 16th. So as we record this a few days ago.
When was he conceived? Then 9 months before. I can't do math right now. Yeah,
well,
it was 25.
It was
January,
25.
January, February, March, April, May.
We
June,
are all over
August,
the map.
No, it could have been in December of 24. Could have been, yeah.
Right.
Okay, all right. Anyway, okay, so let's continue on. The last thing you talked about was Mount Rushmore, which I've seen in the snow-covered Mount Rushmore when we were
Wow.
on tour, and it was insane, beautiful.
Wow.
I just could not get over it. I couldn't get over it.
Well, I'm going to give you just a couple of more things that happened that year, and then let's talk about some other people that were born that year
Okay.
that shared the same. Here's one that'll be kind of near and dear to your heart. The weekly country music variety program Grand Ole Opry, first broadcast 1925 on WSM Radio in Nashville,
Come on.
Tennessee. Yeah.
Wow.
BB and the Grand Ole Opry were born in the same year.
That is
Pretty amazing.
insane. All the times we got to play the Opry. Gosh.
That's right.
And do SM Radio. Did a lot of stuff there. They were great folks. Great folks to us.
Well, one more. I like this one too. New York City becomes the largest city in the world in 1925, surpassing London, England. How about that?
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I think about New York, and you think about Boston. You think about some of those places. Why wasn't Boston the New York, or why was
Yeah.
those New England states?
That's
what
a whole
happened?
show.
Okay,
Well, that's a whole show. A lot of it's geographical situation as a port and proximity to Western Europe and a lot of reasons.
More importantly, why did New York steal my baby girl away? Is what I want to know. I know she's there for.
They still got her.
Yeah, they still got her, but I'm gonna get her back.
All right, I'm gonna run through. Let's run through some other folks born that year. You ready?
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
You can too. All right, I tried to pick some I thought you'd like.
We're all learning with you right now. We're learning.
That's right. We're getting a little history here. American car maker. If you grew up in the 80s, this will hit home. American car maker John DeLorean, born in 1925, made the DeLorean. Took us back in time and back to the future with Michael J. Fox.
Wow.
Probably the most famous use of that car. Paul Newman, great actor Paul Newman, born in 1985. He died, 1925. He died in 2008. It's funny, I don't think of him and BB being the same age, but probably just because Paul died so much younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow.
Jack Lemmon, great actor. Hal Holbrook, George Kennedy, a lot of great actors born that year. Robert Altman, film director. Sam Peckinpah, film director. Rod Steiger, another actor. Yogi Berra, born in 1925. Great New York Yankee catcher and a man who could turn a phrase.
So good.
Well known for a lot of these guys obviously were World War II vets too. Malcolm X, born in 1925, the civil rights activist. And kind of in the same who am I trying to say? Same vein, Medgar Evers was born in 1925. The great civil rights activist.
I wonder if BB and Medgar were pals along the way or got to know each other.
I'm sure they were, and I know for years after Medgar Evers was assassinated, when BB would come to, he came every year to Indianola to do the homecoming. Well, they would have another concert. We weren't as aware of it because it wasn't up here in the Delta. But he had another fundraising concert that benefited I think it was the Medgar Evers Foundation, or it went to some civil rights type things. But he did another free concert down in another part of Mississippi for years. So
wow,
yeah, I'm sure they had to have known each other. Tony Curtis was born that year. Barbara Bush, who would become first lady, was born that year.
Gosh, what a year!
The wife of one president and mother of another.
I'm looking
who else
right now. I'm looking at this right now.
Audie Murphy was born that year. Became a actor, but he gained his notoriety. He was the most decorated soldier in World War II. Young Texas kid. A lot of people remember him in the movies. Became sort of a movie star.
Sure. Wow. I'm looking some stuff up right now in Rolling Stone that was going on. It's funny because he's got a blues marker, a guitar named Lucille. While B.B. King performed at a dance hall here in Twist in the mid-1950s, a fire broke out during a fight. I love it. Fight.
Yeah.
We used to have them. Everyone dashed out of the burning building, but King returned to find his guitar, narrowly escaping the flames. He later learned the fight resulted from a dispute over a woman named Lucille. Ever since, each of his Gibson guitars has been called Lucille, a reminder that he should have never. A reminder that he should never fight over a woman. I love it.
That's right.
That's on the trail marker.
And never leave your guitar behind.
I need my readers, and never leave your guitar behind. I mean, yeah, I'd leave something else behind before my guitars, but
that's right.
You're exactly right.
Let me give you a couple. Yeah. Let me give you a couple of more bursts. Bill Haley was born that year. Remember Bill Haley and the Comets? Rock Around the Clock?
Yeah.
One of the first rock songs. And then, Steve, you're a big sports fan, obviously. Marv Levy was born that year. That was the coach of all those Buffalo Bill teams.
That never won it.
Never won it. Got close. Had some Mississippians on the team, too, by the way.
God, man, they just got so close so many times. Bless their hearts. They could do it this year. It could happen.
It could. They got a good team.
Yeah.
Margaret Thatcher was born that year, was the Prime Minister of England through much of the 80s and 90s. Johnny Carson.
Oh, man.
1925.
No wonder I've been seeing a lot of pictures of him on X. Seeing a lot of stuff come up. I didn't realize what they were celebrating. So same year, 100 years old. Johnny Carson will be 100 years old today. This year. Hard to believe. Yeah.
Richard Burton, Rock Hudson, Robert F. Kennedy, born in 1925. William F. Buckley, kind of a famous conservative journalist, commentator. Sammy Davis Jr., born 1925.
Wow.
Old Sammy, part of the Rat Pack.
Rat Pack. What a Rat Pack that was. Those guys, Dean Martin. Come on.
And I'm going to give you a few people who died that year. Walter Camp. Walter was born in 1859. Great football, early days of football. Great player, great coach. There's the Walter Camp Award they still give out. And he was sort of an innovator. He actually created the idea of the line of scrimmage and created the system of downs.
Wow.
Before he did that, if you were on offense, you got 15 downs to score a touchdown. And he created the modern system.
Wow. I mean, think about who thought of that. Let's take a quick break real quick. It's catching up with us. Who would have ever thought somebody actually created the line of scrimmage, but it had to happen by someone, who created the ABCs. We'll be right back with Wesley Smith, head of all things tourism down here, celebrating BB's 100th birthday this year. Go to BB King's museum. Check out Club Ebony in Indianola, Mississippi. It is unbelievable. Also, go to visitmississippi.org. You can learn a whole lot about BB there. We'll be right back. I'm Steve Azar.
You're my sunshine, 'cause like the dawn, you push it all the way. Up to $20,000 available for first-time home buyers. Hey folks, Steve Azar here. Helping is the heart of our friends at Guarantee Bank. They offer programs like the Home Buyer Equity Leverage Partnership Grant that can assist qualified first-time home buyers with up to $20,000 towards down payment and provide home ownership counseling to empower you on your journey. These funds are first come, first served. Learn more about this program and to apply now, go to gbtonline.com. Guarantee Bank, member FDIC.
Listen and watch all your favorite SuperTalk Mississippi shows live and on demand. Listen to tons of music. Plus, get the latest breaking news from across the state with the SuperTalk Mississippi app. The SuperTalk Mississippi app. Download the SuperTalk app on your iPhone or Android device now for free. Just search SuperTalk Mississippi in your app store on your mobile device to get everything Mississippi all in one place. The SuperTalk Mississippi app. Get it now. At Fillmore Buick.
There ain't no street in this town where the memories don't lay thick on the ground. No, And I wander like a ghost, haunted by an angel heaven band. Yeah.
This has been a learning day for me. I've learned a lot of things about people when they were born. The same year of the great King of the Blues, B.B. King, celebrating his 100th anniversary. Who would think? Wow. And B.B. had a long, beautiful life playing music. Probably played more shows. I'd say him and Willie probably played more shows than anyone on planet Earth ever.
Yeah.
They were always touring, always working. Always loved to do it. It's what they were born to do, and the stage is their comfort zone. It's just where they find peace. Visit Mississippi.org. You want to find a piece of Mississippi that you haven't seen in a while, check it out, please. The world is coming to visit. If you're close to here, if you're listening to us in Arkansas or Tennessee or Alabama or Kentucky or Florida or Louisiana, come see us. We'll, as they say, we'll leave more than the light on. We're waiting for you to celebrate who we are. We're very proud of it. This hallowed ground we call Mississippi. Wesley Smith is my guest today. Wesley, where are we going now in this celebration of BB? There's a lot of facts right now we've been going through, and I feel like I can take a test right now and actually pass it.
That's right. I'm giving you the material.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about BB in particular now. I just pulled some facts. A lot of these came from our buddy Matt Marshall up in Columbia, Missouri, that has American blues scene. And Matt used to come down, big supporter of the Delta, used to come down to a lot of festivals down here. So I pulled some of this from some stuff he had done. So we'll kind of do it as a quiz. Steve, do you know who BB's blues man mentor was? I bet you might know this. It was his cousin.
His mentor. No, I didn't.
BB's mentor.
Okay. Albert?
No. It was his mama's cousin. It was Bucka White. Bucka White, another great blues, kind of a generation before. Bucka had done some time in Parchman, but BB loved him, and Bucka was a slide player. And BB, as he said, he just never could quite get as good at slide as he wanted, so he put it away. But to imitate the slide, that's where he got the vibrato with his finger, his famous wiggling his finger on the string, and that's what gives BB that sound. That was him trying to imitate a slide.
Oh, wow.
It was a unique thing for him.
Musical. You're talking musical mentor. Okay, I got you.
Yes, musical mentor. And I'm sure they played together over the years, but kind of famously, Bucka joined BB and they played a set at the 73 New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. I've never heard that, but I think there are some recordings.
Wow, crazy what BB could do with one string, and he can
hit one note, and it's BB King.
It was remarkable. Yeah.
You know who BB's favorite singer was?
Who?
Old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra.
No way.
Yeah, he of course he modeled his guitar style after. Bucka White, his cousin, Blind Lemon Jefferson, some of these other guys a generation before him, but his favorite singer was Sinatra. In his autobiography or his biography, he said, "I'm a Sinatra nut. No one sings a ballad with more tenderness. I practically put that in the Wee Small Hours album under my pillow every night when I go to sleep." He loved Sinatra's voice.
Wow.
Where he recorded his first record? This is kind of a good one. Another Memphis connection. He recorded a cover of Lowell Fulsom's 3 O'Clock Blues in the Memphis YMCA downtown. BB eventually had 74 songs on the Billboard R&B charts between 51 and 85, and had 2 that went to number 1, 3 O'Clock Blues and You Don't Know Me.
Wow, that's
pretty
awesome.
Amazing. I was up in Memphis, this was 3 or 4 weeks ago, and with a mutual friend of ours, Jesse, and we pulled up in front of I can't remember, it was the sort of the housing project where Elvis and his family lived, and he pointed out it's very near where I-40 kind of goes over that northern part of downtown Memphis, and there was the pillar holding the highway up. It's a raised highway, and Jesse said, back in the 40s, there had been a boarding house right where that pillar was. And we're in front of where Elvis lived, and this is maybe 70 yards away. And he said when Elvis lived in that building, BB lived in a boarding house right down the street. You could see the location. They must have passed each other every day before either one of them were famous. The King of the Blues and the King of Rock and Roll.
Wow, that's so cool. Wow. Well,
Isn't that wild?
let's stop there, and we're going to continue tomorrow to celebrate BB
All right.
and do a little more. Wesley Smith's been my guest today. Wesley, as always, I appreciate you so much. I feel a lot. I don't know if I'm ever going to feel smarter. I think that's a complicated thing for me to be, but I do feel smarter. Can I be that today on a
You can be
Thursday?
that every day.
And okay, you got it. Wesley Smith, my guest today. We're going to visit with him again tomorrow. Speaking of visit Mississippi.org. Plan a road trip. The Rose Bowl Parade. We will have a heck of a presence. Man, it's going to be a great float celebrating the birthplace of America's music. I saw this thing. It's awesome. Check out visit Mississippi.org. I'm Steve Azar.
I'm Steve Azar. In a Mississippi Minute, all 60 of them, where you can take your sweet time.
There's a ton of content from SuperTalk Mississippi on our new YouTube channel. Just search SuperTalk Mississippi on YouTube or go to supertalk.fm/YouTube. Be sure and subscribe for free to get the latest scoop on what's happening in Mississippi news, politics, sports, and the good things happening here in the state. A SuperTalk Mississippi Media production.